Thanks for tuning in. This is FatFest, presented by AML Media. Hosted by Gene and Stephen Labordi.
Welcome back, everybody, to one of our favorite segments, FatFest, as always.
It's not a segment, it's a show, dude.
But the intro is the segment that I like the best. I like talking and having command of the room.
Okay. My bad. Happy football.
Happy football.
NFL season is here.
It's officially here. And on that note, we figured we'd stay on topic with it. And we are going to do, if you're hosting a party for opening day of the NFL, you're hosting a party for 8 to 10 people, which I think is a good sized party for, a normal house, as long as you have proper TV for it. We're gonna keep it. It's hard. We're not gonna get into really break it down, but keeping it at under $150. And stipulations, the rules for it is you have one item that you can either order in, take out, kind of something that you don't prepare.
Something from the outside.
Something from the outside. Now, obviously not groceries shopping because you have to do,
we can't just magically summon the food.
Yeah.
Everything comes from outside. But yeah, one like restaurant-y item or whatever.
Something like that. You have an oven. You have a crock pot. You have, and you hate when I do this. You said chippy deal. You hate when I add it.
Yeah, I do.
Wide things, but 2 chippy deals going on. Of your pick, your balance, however you want to do that. A wild card,
right?
Which I'm interested. And then if we want to mention drinks, whatever you want to do there, that's not a big, big to do or anything.
So this is important to separate from this isn't a Super Bowl banger.
Yes.
Right. This is 8 to 10 people. The event is the football, not the food. And I guess if anything, we'll just have Rachel kind of give us at the end, whose menu is gonna provide the best experience overall. If one of your items is watermelon, well, people got seeds. It's a terrible idea for a shindig like this. It's not a cookout. So, let's just keep in mind that everybody's crowded around the TVs.
Mm-hmm.
The food is not the main event.
For most people. I do want to throw the caveat in there that a lot of times wives come along and they're watching the game, but they're more or less in the other room drinking sangria and just picking things.
Yeah.
But yes.
And this is an adult party.
Yes.
This isn't I mean, there might be kids there, but
that's not part of the 8 to 10. You put some hot dogs and some boiling water and tell them to shut up.
Give them some popsicles and throw them outside.
Yeah. So do you want to go back and forth?
Yeah. If I put something on my menu, you can't have it.
Okay.
That's how we do these things.
Perfect.
Right. Let's start with this is a 1 o'clock. The party's going to start around 12:30, 1 o'clock for the opening.
Okay.
All right.
1 o'clock game.
So you want people to be sustained throughout the day until at least 8 o'clock when the 2 games are over.
All right.
Right? People are going to be there for a while. So we don't want to shove, super rich, heavy food down their throats in the beginning. So let's start with what every proper football get-together type deal starts with, which is some chip type. Put it in a big bowl and let people kind of pick.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you go first? You lead off. This was your idea. Let you lead off there.
So I'm gonna go kind of different here, but I like a bunch of buttery, delicious popcorn.
Popcorn. That's
Yeah. It's light. It always delivers, and it doesn't have all this residue that gets all over the place.
That's debatable, but I that's a good pick because it is light and fluffy, and you can keep pounding it out.
And everybody loves it.
Yeah, whether you get the big bags of it, or you're just pumping bags in the microwave, making the house smell good.
Well, that's
the
what
whole
I'm
time.
saying. Like just buttery, delicious microwave popcorn. You can just keep cranking it out as people eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And It's a kind of original, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But if someone had popcorn at their party, I'd be like, bet I'm eating some of that popcorn.
Yes. Now, I would say I'd throw in there, it's important to have, you're going to want something besides just paper plates, though, for the popcorn. Like,
Okay.
to eat off of, you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe
you might
like
want to have the styrofoam bowls, too.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just assume that all the
Yeah.
accompanying accoutrement is around.
For my first, and I'm going to go, and this is going to be a little bit hated on, I think. People are going to go look down their brow on it. But I've thrown enough parties that it always is a crowd pleaser. The big tub of, even the cheap, which it is the cheap, of the party mix.
Yeah, okay.
It's got the pretzels in there. It's got the knockoff Doritos.
I mean, party's in the name.
Yeah, and it's almost always stale. Like, the second you open it, it's almost always stale. But it is something about those colors. People grab handfuls of it. Some people pick through it, which I will say something.
Well, that is a good way to discard certain friends that aren't getting invited back. If they're picking out special things out of the party mix and leaving the rest for everyone else, well, you're not inviting them next time. I'm not.
And if this was 5 years ago when the economy was real nice and strong, I might go with the pub mix.
Yeah, that's borderline cheating.
That's that's fancy. And if you don't know what the pub mix is, you're missing out.
Everybody knows. This is America, dog. But okay, party mix is, it's a party mix.
And it's the colors, too. It adds a nice little, flair to the table.
Okay.
Go ahead, next.
So my next item is going to be just a delicious
Don't do it to
bag of Tostito tortillas.
Just tortillas,
Just tortillas. And this leads into my first planned dish. Maybe there'll be like the lime flavored ones, but probably just, delicious multi-grain or white corn tortilla chips.
Alrighty. That's a good one because I can see where you're going with this, planning into your first thing. I am going to plain Ruffles with French onion dip.
Okay.
You know, you can just buy any of those dips are good. Not Helva. I'm not a big fan of the Helva dip. You know, I'm not going to get into semantics here, but that is something. It's a little bit on the heavier side, but a bag of that and a bag of and a thing of the French onion dip will sustain you, and get your stomach a little more full than just eating something. A close second to mine was I was going to throw in the pretzel rod.
Well, that goes great with a French onion dip.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, more so than a potato chip. Pretzels with French onion dip.
But it's very important that it's the Ruffles ridged, because it's more sturdy and it doesn't break off in there. Just gotta, So
like Lay's French onion dip.
Lay's French onion dip. The one that I like, I think it's S&J or something like that. It's just initials. But you can also, actually, the best is just making your own.
But no, we're not doing that.
No, I know. That's why I said I'll just get in the container, and it's also easier for everybody.
Okay.
And some people, a lot of people, especially like you, I think if you came to one of my friend's house, you'd rather see it be a company dip than someone make their own.
I don't want to think about them mixing it up in their kitchen.
Alrighty. So what do you want to go next on?
Well, I'm gonna go right to the kitchen now. This is something I'm bringing out that I'm making myself, or whoever's house it is. I'm going with a taco dip.
Okay.
Love a taco dip. Nope, this is meatless. This is cheese, the sour cream, the beans, like refried beans, however you want to make it. There's a million ways to make it. Some salsa, layered up, baked a little bit. And, I could eat that every day. And I think, along with it, it's like a dip, but it's better than just a dip. And it'll keep people sated without filling them up.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm always happy when I go to a party and there's a delicious taco dip.
I'm I'm going to now. What were you? Is that your oven? Because you're gonna have to do it. Are you?
You
doing
don't
it
have
cold?
to do a crock pot item.
Huh?
Yeah, those are just the tools you have available to you.
Okay.
Right.
Well, then I'm asking, how are you preparing it? I mean, you're doing a warm taco dip.
Yeah, in the oven.
Okay. Just wanted to check. I am going to go a little bit out in left field here, because the easy answer is buffalo chicken dip, but little played out, and it's something someone's probably bringing that without even being asked a lot of times. Not part of this, of this scenario, but there's this dip that we just called pizza dip, and it's literally just like, Rach, what's the ingredients in there? Super simple, but it's...
I think it's like sour cream, cream cheese,
Did it have ricotta in there?
ricotta, and
Pizza sauce.
And pizza
marinara
sauce.
sauce, and
You kind of layer it up.
Pepperonis.
Put the cheese, the mozzarella on top if you want to put pepperonis on there. Important thing with it is crackers. It's not a chip dip to me. You're going to want some Toll House crackers with that. And
well, that's an item that you didn't use.
Crackers are an
You didn't
item?
use crackers as one of your chips. That's why I had to use tortilla chips.
oh, wow. Okay. All right, well then I guess take that off. I didn't know this was going to be so strict.
Okay, fine. You can have your pizza dip, because I really don't think that's a great pick. So you can have the pizza dip.
You've never had the pizza dip.
I have
dude.
had the pizza dip.
I think it's banging. It's got crackers. I have crackers in my house 24/7. Let's put
Okay.
it that way.
Okay.
I'm fighting for my right for crackers on this.
All right.
It's opening day.
Okay. I would have had another chip then if I could have just thrown in, tortilla chips with my dip. So
You just were. All,
Let's just
I'll,
keep
I'll
going.
just say, you know
Let's
what?
just keep
I'll
going.
just say that the Mexican dip, it being good, not a football food to me. You just love Mexican. A little bit of a selfish pick, if you ask me. But
fair enough.
fair enough.
It is my party.
Alrighty. All right. Now moving on to the next item. This is where it's getting a little hairy for me, because I kind of have like 4 things I'm tossing up in the air.
So I'm gonna go with the classic in the crock pot. The meatball sausage combo, just in the crock pot with sauce.
Great pick.
Sandwiches are a must. Some type of sandwich. You know what I mean? Well, I don't want to serve up anything you need a knife and a fork for.
Great
You know
pick.
what I mean? Simple.
And you can just...
And that would be a huge chunk of my money allotment. You know what I mean?
And that's something I'll just grab a meatball here
Exactly.
and there.
Right.
On the way, I'll walk around and just grab a meatball.
Right.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go hot roast beef sandwiches.
Beautiful.
Gotta have a sandwich. Great thing about it, and you can do turkey if you want, but I usually tend to do the roast beef. It's a little more filling, feels more football-y. That's great because you can just keep adding the meat in. If you think you don't have to put it all in there as you're walking by. Let me pick it up. Oh, need a little bit more in there. We can gauge how many people, so you're not wasting.
And you're the lunch meat roast beef.
Yes.
Yeah, don't make a roast, people out there.
No.
Use the lunch meat. It's simpler, cleaner, less expensive probably.
God bless my mother's heart, but when she would say, I'd come home and she'd say, "Oh, you want hot roast beef sandwiches? Perfect." And I'd get home and it was the leftovers from 2 days before of roast beef just in gravy. Just doesn't do it. Just give me the carrots out of there and I'm...
The only downside of the hot roast beef sandwich is it does make a mess.
It is a messy.
But it's a beautiful mess.
Yeah.
Willing to, just watch the people at the party, make sure there's napkins available for everybody, and make sure people aren't wiping their hands on your couch.
Mm-hmm. And don't go cheap on napkins and plates.
No.
We've already
don't
mentioned...
Don't just put a roll of paper towels out. You just get some napkins.
You know what, though? I would... Actually, I'm going to say I'm going to have multiple rolls of paper towels out, because the actual napkins like you get from party stores do nothing besides push liquid around.
I just don't love the idea of passing a paper towel roll around at a party.
Yeah, true.
In the kitchen, maybe like I don't know how you're gonna do your spread, but I'm gonna have like a big, you know,
I'm gonna have I'm gonna
like
be
a buffet
using
type deal.
kitchen ended table.
So yeah, you might have some paper towels available, but you want people to have their own individual napkins on their lap when they're eating.
Yeah, well, yeah, you tear it off, but regardless, you know, don't skimp. We'll leave
And
it
use
at that.
jarred gravy. Don't bother making your own fancy type.
no.
Just use the you know, Heinz or whatever. Yeah.
And make sure you have extra gravy. You always need more than you think you're gonna need.
Yeah.
And on the side of it, I'm gonna have the horsey sauce out.
Yeah.
And you know, there's gonna be a cheese of some.
There's
Yeah.
only one cheese, American cheese for a hot roast beef sandwich.
Or the Munster, but you're right. So we're going simple here. We're trying to play across the
And it
board.
really is the best.
Yeah.
On a hot roast beef sandwich, in my opinion, just good old fashioned American cheese.
And good rolls, long rolls. You're gonna want to go long rolls, not Kaiser.
I like the short Italian rolls.
Yeah, no, not
like
a
this
long
one.
one. I'm just saying not circular.
You said long, so we just have to clarify.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Ovular shapes.
Okay. Whatever the good rolls you can get in your area are.
Yes.
You
Okay.
know. So the next item. I got my chips out. I got my taco dip out. I got my crock pot with the sausage and meatballs. You know, with the grated cheese, all that stuff. My outside item is gonna be a Subway tray. Again, these types of parties, I want sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want the red sauce, you just want a delicious cold cut sandwich. Now, yeah, I could go to a local deli or whatever, but I don't have a specific one in mind.
Yeah, we don't have dorm delis circular.
And I've had Subway sandwich spreads at like office parties and stuff, and they're great.
Can I just say people shit on Subway for some reason, and I don't get. I think Subway is a
Subway's fine.
perfect, decent sandwich.
Yeah, especially because with a Subway, you know what you're getting. They'll give you a little bit of everything, and it comes with like the napkin. It comes with like the whole party spread kind of. Ideally, you would use a local deli that you know is like top notch, but for the purposes of this, if I go to someone's house and they have a Subway spread, I'm like, this is awesome. This is the
Yeah.
best party I've been to all year.
That's
Because
good.
I love cold cuts.
That is where now I'm gonna bite off you a little bit here. Haven't used that term in a while. You quit biting off me. I'm gonna do a make your own sandwich station where you get the cold cuts laid loose in a fancy. This is where you would have to go to a deli, and they have the salami fancily cut, folded,
Okay.
the turkey. That way, I've bounced between. I was gonna say DeBella's, but that's really expensive. I was gonna go Jersey Mike's. That's too close to Subway. I'm trying to be creative here. The thing with the cold cut tray, it also has the charcuterie board to it where you can just grab some salami and cheese.
Yeah.
And I have the crackers.
You got the
now-
crackers.
Now you can make little.
I'm surprised. Well, never mind. We're not done yet. Here's my deal. This is just my personal. Maybe it's the American in me. Maybe it's the snob in me. If I go to someone's house and they put together their own deli tray, it's not as appetizing as like a store, like a Subway type spread. Everything's pre-made, put together. I don't know who's been picking at what. But that's me. Like, I'm real weird about. I don't know. I want to know how many hands were involved.
Now I specified this was my order in item, so this is coming from a deli.
Right.
So it's fancy. It's got.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, it's got the pickles
The
and
onions
the
and the
different.
mayo.
Yeah. And also I'm thinking this is a party 8 to 10. You don't have to get the big one. We're all friends here. Let's.
True.
And it's going to be center. That's something you put center, so it polices itself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's not people just going for the under piece ham and you got to play by some.
Everybody
rules.
can see what you're up to over at the deli tray.
Yeah. And sometimes some people might just want a cheese sandwich, or sometimes someone got a little too drunk and they're like, I want 4 pounds of ham on this Sam.
Without the bread, just
Yeah.
the ham. And this is also the same rolls with the roast beef sandwiches.
Yes.
Can't have a second roll, right?
What do you? I mean, you can have multiple sandwiches, but you gotta.
Obviously, there's no sandwich limit. I'm saying you can't be bringing in deli hoagie rolls and then your hot roast beef sandwich rolls separate.
Okay, yeah,
It's the same roll.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Just checking.
All right.
Although, no, you know what? I mean, the Subway platter is going to come with different rolls than my
Well,
meatballs and sausage.
and I haven't done it in a while, but I'm assuming that if you're ordering the tray, it's coming with something. But just for logistic wise, we'll say rolls, because that's how I'm going my.
Right. You're not
sandwich.
going to, you're going for your own sake, you're going to want to get one roll for both.
Yeah.
If you're buying it. Yeah. Plus, you want consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um.
Was that your plan all along, or did the Subway tray kind of make you realize I have to have deli meats?
Actually, where really I backed myself in the corner, there's a place that does a great deal where they do pulled pork and pulled chicken and 2 sides for very affordable, and they have like 3 different sauces that come in the bottle. They make their own sauces. But I'm thinking that pulled pork sandwiches and hot roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah, you're kind of overlapping gravy-ish type.
And this is opening, so it's not cold enough yet for me to. Now, if this is mid-season or this is first playoff game, my menu's completely different.
Definitely, yeah, because you're in the winter.
There's gonna be some chili.
Yeah, you're totally right. You want a lighter spread. You don't want people stuffed to the gills. This ain't Thanksgiving Day football.
Mm-hmm.
This is opening day football.
Mm-hmm. All right, so for my wild card, and I'm hoping you allow this because it is something that is I've even been saving the oven for this option, and it's a little bit maybe on the pricier side, but you can actually make it stretch. And they go down as fast as you can make them, and keep making them. Poor Rachel's going to be in the kitchen all day doing these bacon-wrapped water chestnuts. Is that what they're called?
Yep.
Bacon-wrapped water chestnuts with the toothpicks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's not that expensive. Bacon's not.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, but that
that's a workload.
it is.
It's a workload.
You can make a lot, like, because you could. Really, what you could do is even prep those the day before. If you have 3 cookie trays, you can do 3 cookie trays worth of them, and just one after another. And those are ones that I don't care how stuffed you are. You walk past, you're gonna grab. You don't need a plate. Pop it, and they're gonna be such a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, anything wrapped in bacon.
And it's a perfect balance.
I've had them before. It is really
because the water chestnut just soaks it up, and it takes.
It's not
away
my
some...
favorite. Sorry to cut you off. Not my favorite texture of the water chestnut.
I love it.
But it does balance nice with a nice crispy piece of bacon.
Yeah, it was either that, and just to throw out there something I've done before, but it's a lot of work on my end, making my own a mixture of cream cheese and regatta and whatever kind of. And putting in a jalapeno, wrapping that, and putting that on the grill.
Well, you already had the pizza dip. That would be a double negative.
Yeah, no, but it's a jalapeno popper.
No, I know what you're saying.
But that's a lot of work. But then I have to man the grill. I'm not inside the house and stuff.
That's why I was thinking earlier. The grill is like for a football watching party. Like if you're gonna grill, you want to do it beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're one of those people that don't even like football, but like hosting parties, like gay uncles and stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what. I do like hosting parties, but not on football day where I have to be doing the stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So that's I would have never thought of that. It's a little foo-foo, but it is delicious. It's delicious and light. It's heavy and light at the same time.
That's why it's got a good balance to it. That's why I was
okay. My wild card is something sweet, because I'm a sweet fella. You know what I mean? And I gotta have something for myself in here.
okay.
You know what I mean? I'm going with banana pudding with Nilla wafers.
Talk about frou-frou.
Layer of Nilla wafers at the bottom. Banana pudding. Whipped cream. Crushed up Nilla wafers on top. Pleases everybody. It's my party.
I will. That is banging. I love it. but a lot more people than you'd think aren't big in the banana and stuff. Though.
Oh, I know. I'm well aware of that.
Is that so you have leftovers?
If people don't want it, I'll eat the rest of it.
All right.
I mean, I couldn't. Yeah, I want to have a better menu than you do, I guess. But what I really want to do is have a menu that I like. Because, you know, if I have to put this damn thing together, I want to like all the things.
Yeah. See, you're not a party thrower. You're not an entertainer.
No, I've never want 8 people at my house.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got a not a bad, but you got not a kooky menu because the sausage and sausage and meatballs are a crowd pleaser no matter what.
I think everything's a cloud. Just not everybody likes sweets.
Well, that
You don't like taco dip?
the taco dip is a little. That's just throwing me off a little bit for a football party. Not that it's not
Taco
banging.
dip is very football party
Yeah,
to me.
bro.
Hey, to each their own. I'm not saying I'm not going
What
to eat
kind
a
of
lot of it.
party do you think taco dip is meant for?
A fucking Mexican party?
Cinco de Mayo party?
Yeah, you ethnist.
New Year's Day. I don't.
See,
That's
I
even
think
weirder.
it's not a New Year's.
Hey, this is
wanted
why
all-
we all have our own tastes. It's what
True.
makes the world turn.
I wanted all things that you could put on a little plate and sit in front of TV. I don't want anything that's all super messy. Everything's kind of finger food.
See, that goes to show also too. That's worth mentioning the type of eater you are, type of like public because I'm not gonna want to make one. I don't like to make one plate when it's kind of this setting.
What do you mean?
Like I'm gonna do my hors d'oeuvres type. Like I'm gonna do just a bowl of taco dip at first. Sit down, watch the game, finish that, and then wait a little bit, and then I'm gonna make me a good meatball sandwich.
I mean that's how I would do too. But I'm saying I want it all to fit neatly and nicely on everybody's laps.
Mm-hmm.
No forks needed, except for pudding. But you just put that in a little bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and shit. If it's my party, I want people to be enjoying the pudding from the very rip. Is it sweet? Sure, but you don't have to eat it for dessert. Eat it whenever you want. Because if I went to someone's party and they had something like that, I'd be like,
My only thing is,
hitting that up 4 times.
but because of the pudding, there will get a film on it if you keep it out to 1 to 8 o'clock. That's a long time to have that out.
Well, I'm not putting it out on the table. Just keep it in the fridge.
Okay.
This is not a formal party. You know what I mean? These people are at my house. If you want the pud, go in the fridge.
Or put it in smaller sections. You could do a little.
Or maybe I'll bowl it up individually and put them on.
You could do
like
something
that.
fancy like that. Yeah.
And it's basic. And Nilla wafers are a very underrated little treat.
Oh my! Speaking of which, just on FatFest, do you remember these? I've been racking my brain around it now that I have an appetite back. We used to get them. Do you remember the fudge cookies?
Mhm.
All it was just
It was the
Toll House.
No. They were chocolate on chocolate, right?
Yes, and they got a texture when you would chew it, it would turn into almost fudge in your mouth.
Was it like? Are you talking about like the generic ass?
We might have
We
even got
could
the
get them in a big pack.
Yes.
Yeah, they were from like what was that? A Pathmark, which is the East Coast. Did you grow up around Pathmarks?
No.
Pathmark is like Jersey, Philly people will know about Pathmark.
Dude, they were so fucking good.
And they came in packages of it was like 4 sleeves of. It was like 80 cookies in that thing.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone walked around like you grabbed the stack like this. Those
and they were cheap. They were I remember those.
Not to get off subject, but the vanilla wafer sparked a.
You know what else I was thinking about? You know the cheap ass vanilla they came in strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate wafers.
Oh yes.
I was thinking about putting those at the bottom of it with the vanilla wafers on top.
I'll throw
But
some.
they're like pure sugar, but they're good.
Yeah, and they go stale like immediately.
But they're good when they're stale.
I'll fucks. I'm not breaking any news to anybody here, but the ice cream sandwich layer dip
Yeah.
is fucking. It's so easy. It's just you lay it down, Cool Whip, lay it down, Cool Whip, and then if you want to put some crumbles on top, that shit is. Unreal.
I'd have to really rack my brain to come up with a desserty type thing I don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, except for popsicles. I think popsicles suck. That's just me.
All right, so we got our wild cards there. Just to brush over drinks now. It's different. I'm a changed man now. But when
you're hosting a party.
Yeah, but now see, even now, I think if I go to a party, people come here. It's still expected BYOB is for your alcohol. Now I usually always did keep. I'd have a case of. I'd grab a case of Miller Lite or something just to put in a cooler, but just a cooler of bottled water and a cooler of. I wouldn't even have a problem doing the cheap variety sodas, RC Cola variety pack.
Okay.
Just to have some people, and because I have friends, one in particular that drinks like 6 cans of soda every time he's at my house.
Not me.
Besides you.
These days, I'll just drink coffee. I don't care if it's a football party. But for me, I'm just...
You having a pot of coffee going the whole time?
Of course. It's my party. So even if no one else drinks it, I'm drinking it.
And it adds an aroma.
I love it. I love everything about coffee. If I was
You
rich...
should get in like coffee sommelier or something.
Those people seem pretentious to me.
Yeah, but an online course or something just to have...
I'd meet fellow coffee enthusiasts. But like you see these like guys who bring like a little coffee kit around with them everywhere they go. It's like press their own.
They usually have a leather bracelet on.
Just those guys. But so for me, for drinks, I'm gonna get a case of beer for people coming. If you want liquor, bring your own. I will never have like bottles of liquor at my house. But if I'm hosting a party, I'll probably get a case of beer, and then Cokes, dude. Maybe Diet Pepsis and Cokes.
Do they do that? I don't know.
No, they don't.
I guess it's probably because they'll just buy one and one. But
that's what I'm saying. I'd get a case of Coke and a case of Diet Pepsi. Although if they sold a 6-can Diet Pepsi, 6-can regular Coke combo, but that would take a billions of dollar merger. That would never happen.
They don't even do. That's what I was saying. They don't even do Diet Coke they don't even do Diet Coke, normal Coke variety pack
because they're producing on such huge numbers that it was too complicated.
And usually, if it is our party, Rachel likes to make a little special girly drink, some sangria for the girls or something like that.
But weekends are for the boys, dude.
True, but it keeps if it keeps the girls drinking happy, not wanting to leave in the third quarter on a good game or something.
Right.
My specialty is trying to get my friends' wives drunk.
Yeah, because they never drive.
Yeah, it gives you something to watch and look forward to. Although we're in Pittsburgh, like I thought all girls in Pittsburgh are obsessed with football. Just the Steelers, kind of fakely, maybe.
Yeah.
But and my thing, I'm not buying a case of water because I am a pusher of drink the tap water. It's not gonna kill you. It's good for you.
And we would even have a Brita, but for a party, I do simply. It's cleaner. It's one. I have friends that chew, so then they have a spitter.
Okay.
And two, it's just cleaner that way.
I got you.
Once I guess if it still happened, if I have friends, I have friends. If their kids, we'll say in 8-10 years, you start even pulling out either the Huggies, which will probably be illegal by then because that's just ice or that's just sugar water.
It's banging though.
In plastic that's probably leaching.
Or the good old red cup with a Sharpie, so they're
that's Aunt Dot style, dude.
Hey, she was eco-friendly before it was cool.
Yeah, bring that shit back. Aunt Dot, I'll be over next weekend. Keep that cup. Keep that cup. But I was gonna say like one thing is like if I were to actually throw a party, and I'm hosting it, like. There's a good chance could be a lot of sober people, so I might have to have a case of water, even though I am anti-bottled water.
That or Red Bulls.
As long as you got
something.
enough cups, you don't gotta have bottled water.
I would like. I don't want people to be afraid of tap water unless you're in East Palestine or somewhere where there's chemical plants everywhere. Tap water has good stuff in it.
Yeah, we're half and half, but.
You'd be alright.
We have a good system going, especially now that I have this ice maker. Ooh, I'd be showing everybody my new ice maker.
Even in the tour of the new ice maker.
And I'd be fucking laying down the rules. I'm like, this is chewing ice. If I see this in your cup and there's not some chewing going on, you're not gonna get the next invite.
Okay. So real quick, taco dip, Subway platter, sausage and meatball Sammy's. I got my
And
banana.
you're going sweet sausage?
Just regular Italian sausage, not hot sausage, because then it makes the sauce hot and everything.
Okay.
And I don't like hot because I'm a baby. Then I got the banana pudding with the wafers.
With the wafers?
The crowd pleaser. Everybody's just not paying attention to football anymore. They're paying attention to banana pudding.
And you know what you can do with that banana pudding? If you just keep like the vanilla wafers just kind of sitting free, you can use the vanilla wafer as a spoon.
Hell yeah.
kinda.
See, you're warming up to this idea.
Oh, I like it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then, you got your popcorn and you got your Tostitos.
So I have my two chips. I had the party mix, good old fashioned party mix. The Ruffles
With the French onion.
with the French onion dip. I have the pizza dip with crackers. I have a hot roast beef sandwich with the rolls, the good rolls. I'm having the cold cut
deli tray.
Deli
That's
tray.
what we call that back home, the deli
Yeah.
tray.
and then for my wild card, the bacon wrapped water chestnuts.
Yeah. What are chestnuts or what are crest?
Water.
You can
When
probably
I
interchange
bought
them.
them,
Everybody
they're
knows.
water chestnuts, but I think that might. Or no, actually, I had watercress the one day, and it was something else. I think
Okay.
it's water chestnuts.
Well, I think so. Yeah. So double check on, just make sure you're getting the right thing. They probably both work. We got our drinks. That's nothing crazy there. I wanted to throw out a couple honorable mentions
Okay.
here. Now one that I never get them, but it's a great thing to have. Sliders.
I thought about sliders.
Because you don't have to eat a whole burger, but you can get that, scratch that itch.
We're on time, dog.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
So
Okay.
Let's just.
And then also Swedish meatballs.
You got a lot of gravy at your party, but they are.
That's
good.
why I put an honorable mention in
Just call
there.
it a gravy party.
Gravy party.
Yeah.
I would go to a gravy party.
Ham part. Rachel, did you come up with anything that you'd bring?
Yes, I have some vegan options that I would bring for myself and any others who wanted it. Stuffed mushrooms,
Okay.
Stuff with what?
like vegan cheese, and
Okay.
and you cut off the stem and you chop it up real small, and you mix it with the cheese and you put it inside.
You can put a shit ton of
Because
different
I don't
types
really
of stuff in
associate
there.
mushrooms with cheese, but that'd probably be good.
Yeah, and then you like roast them in the oven. That and then bruschetta, so like little pieces of bread with
I'd be hitting that up.
bruschetta on it.
That's what we have today.
And then if I wanted just some like easy cold stuff, hummus and pita and veggies.
Hot pita, right?
Yeah, like
If you're doing a
toasted
yeah.
pita.
I'd be eating most of your
That
stuff
turns
too.
it from a 2 to a 10, dude.
It really does.
And then fruit salad.
I was thinking fruit salad for my wild card,
So I always
Can't
like
go
to.
wrong with
but a
To
good
pick
fruit
at that.
salad takes work.
I actually made a horrible mistake recently because I was like, I'm gonna do the easy way out and make a fruit salad for my family party. First of all, I spent like $100 on fruit, and then I cut fruit for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
You got to know the tips and tricks of how to cut fruits.
I used to sign my mom up to make fruit salad for like my school parties and shit, and more than once she snapped on me. She was so mad because it's a lot of work to feed a bunch of third graders delicious fruit salad.
And listen, keep bananas out of fruit salad. Bananas do not belong in fruit salad. I'll go a step farther. Keep oranges out of fruit salad.
I like when there's like clementine pieces. in
Clementine,
there.
not oranges though. It takes over everything, the acidicness of it.
I love bananas, so you could put bananas in mine.
It's just because everything tastes banana, and then they get the brown, and then everything.
You got to put a little lemon juice to combat the brown.
because banana adds a nice counter to the other fruits. I feel
Same with apple. If you put a little lemon juice,
it
doesn't
breaks it
turn
down
brown.
a little bit too, so it's not like hard apple.
Hey, just put the banana on the side. You can you had her in there.
Peaches are good. All right, next episode we'll do fruit salad.
Alrighty. Also, wild card out there. Apparently, you can
So
order.
would you come to both of our parties?
I would come.
And is there anything that hit you as a red flag, like that's not a great party item
Um,
for you?
I would I would go to both parties. I could eat at both parties. I prefer Jean's deli tray over the Subway tray because I can pick out if I'm just gonna do vegetarian versus vegan, I can at least eat like cheese.
But a
like
Subway tray would have a
charcuterie.
veggie option. They always do.
Oh, true. Okay. Well, then I could eat equally at both
Yeah.
parties.
Thought you were gonna say his just because of the popcorn. You love popcorn.
Isn't that clever though?
Yeah.
I actually might lean his because of the taco dip.
Taco dips banging,
Okay.
dog.
I love me some
My
taco
one
dip.
thing is, you were saying, keeping clean hands. It's impossible not to fucking have popcorn hand and wipe it on the couch. I'll just say
Also,
that.
I don't like party mix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
party mix sucks, bro.
I,
But it is good for parties.
And I will pick out what I want out of party mix
I
because
admit
it is
that it sucks,
trash.
but every time it goes,
People do
the
yeah.
thing empties,
Yeah.
But that was it.
I would come to your party, dude.
I'd come to your party too, and I said I would fucking eat a lot of that taco dip, but
Would you fuck with the pudding?
yeah, I'd fuck with
Rachel,
the
you
pudding.
fuck with the pudding?
Oh yeah.
The reason I didn't pick a dessert, and this is just, kind of cheating, that's something people always just bring. Someone's always bringing that's the easiest thing. They stop, they get a cookie tray, and dessert's not that important to me.
Well, let's go watch some football.
Yeah.
Go
And we're
Birds.
eating bruschetta yummy mozzarella.
Caprese sandwiches. Well, I don't know if they'd be sandwiches, but caprese.
Let's go watch the birds. Let's watch ourselves watch FatFest in real time. Love yous.